This is it then, the final season in charge at Boca Juniors, and the first thing we're going to do is look at season number 5's transfers. As always, we will look at the players that have left the club first. The first player to leave was Marcello Soracchi. We had a bid for him of £9 million coming from Al Jazeera in the UAE, and we decided to let him leave. We had other players already like Talifico and Barco, who can play at left back. Had no hesitation taking the money for that one. The next player to go was Christian Medina. He was a player I didn't want to sell, but £15 million is £15 million. We needed the money and we have allowed him to leave. And the final player to leave was Matthias Olguin. Not a big money move really. Sold him for around £1 million, but he has gone to Talleres, and that meant that we had money coming back into the club to clear the debts. But we needed to spend money. We needed to reinvest it, so we did. The first player I went and signed was Thiago Martinez, a 20-year-old Argentinian defensive midfielder who just wrecks games with his abilities. Passing of 16, tackling of 13, vision of 13, natural fitness of 16. He really is a brilliant midfielder. We got him from Defensa y Justica. He cost us around £4 million. Was an absolute snip. The next player to come in was Augusto Schott. He can play as a left back, can play as a right back. We like versatility. And the other thing we like was a free transfer. He comes in on a £20,000 per week contract, but did not cost us a penny. He was previously at Talleres. The next player to come in was Anderson Duarte, and once again, he was a free transfer. Another one at the age of 23 who can have a massive impact on the squad with his pace of 16, his acceleration of 14, determination of 20, dribbling, finishing and first touch all being essential for his position too. The final player to come in and the last signing for Boca Juniors in this save is Estevao, and we have gone back to our roots, going back to Palmeiras to clear them out of their wonder kids, this time taking Estevao. He is a player who can play up front on either wing as an attacking midfielder or even as an orthodox midfielder too. But I think personally he will be a winger. Could mean that Riquelme Felipe's time is cut back, but it's Estevao and he's absolutely brilliant. So that is all of the transfer business done for the final season. This squad is ready to go and win everything, hopefully. So let's find out, did they do it? Did we manage to win everything in the final season? The first competition we will look at is the Argentine International Super Cup. We would play against Racing Club and we would beat them 2-0. Up next was the Supercopa Argentina, and once again we would play against Racing Club. This time we would beat them 3-2. In the Copa Argentina Axion Energy, we'd go in at round 5. We would beat Union in that 5th round 3-1. In the 6th round we would be drawn against Central Cordoba. We would beat them 4-0. In the 7th round we would come up against Alt Brown and we would draw 0-0 in the game and lose on penalties. In the Copa Libertadores, we would be drawn in Group H. We would play against Deportivo Táchira, Sport Boys and the Strongest. Once again, we would play 6 times, win 6 times, have a goal difference of 16 and finish on 18 points. That would put us through into the 2nd round where we would face off against Banfield. We beat them 8-0 overall on aggregate in 2 legs. Into the quarterfinals, we play against Flamengo. We would beat them 5-3 over 2 legs. Into the semi-finals, where we would come up against SC Internacional, and after a 4-4 aggregate score over 2 legs, we would lose on penalties in our final Copa Libertadores. So that just leaves the league, and once again split into 2 sections. The first part is the overall table, or the league phase of the league. We would play 41 games, we would win 34 of them, draw twice, lose 5 times, have a goal difference of 73, and we would score 104 points. Once again, walking away with the league completely easy. If we look at some stats, we had Mireles score 25 goals to be top goal scorer, but Prestiani was right there with him, also scoring 25. So that's 50 league goals between two players in attacking positions. Prestiani would get a 7.44 average rating, Mireles would get a 7.28. Then assists, Prestiani 17, Sforza 15. In terms of clean sheets, Montero would score 13 clean sheets. In fact, that is a signing that I missed off. We signed Alvaro Montero. May as well throw that one in there whilst we're here. We needed a goalkeeper. I did say we needed a goalkeeper. I don't know how I missed that, but Montero was the goalkeeper that we signed. The other stat there was Talifico got 23 yellow cards this season. That's 19 last season, 23 this season. That's an insane amount of yellow cards across 2 seasons. So in the second phase of the league, when we get put into the groups, we were drawn into Group A, where we would go and win that phase 2. We would play 14, win 12 times, draw once, lose once, have a goal difference of 27 and finish on 37 points. That puts 10 points clear of River Plate. Then moving on into the quarterfinals, we'd play against Estudiantes. We'd beat them 4-0. Into the semi-finals, we'd beat Racing Club and play against them, beating them 3-0 in the semi-final. And that means going on into the final to play against Belgrano, where we would win 2-1 to win another league title. So that means we have won the league in every single season. In the final of this one, Prestiani and Redondo would get the goals that would secure us another league title. So we didn't quite win it all like we wanted, but we did have another successful season, winning both parts of the league, winning the Supercopa Argentina, winning the Argentine International Super Cup. Copa Libertadores was one that got away, and also the Copa Argentina Acción Energy. If we were to do another season, this is how the finances would look, and I am absolutely gutted. I don't think I've ever left a club in debt in the entirety of doing these kinds of videos. I really think it's a shame that they cannot generate more money without having to sell players. £14 million in the red is not good. They would have given us £3.4 million to spend. I don't think I would have spent it had we gone on another season. The wage budget is now up to £736,970. Looking at the club vision then for the final season, our job security is still secure. It's been secure since day one. It's still secure on the final day too. Board feedback is a B- this time. The actionable objectives: work within the wage budget, on course; maintain the club's status as the most reputable team in Argentina, on course; sign players to sell for a profit, satisfied. Now obviously that one is getting more and more important as that amount of money keeps decreasing and decreasing and the debt keeps climbing and climbing. In terms of the informational objectives, maximum 1-year contracts for over 32-year-olds, and at the end of next season they would want to challenge for the Copa Libertadores, win a domestic cup and finish in the Torneo by Nancy's top 2 places. In terms of the supporters, we would get a B-. Once again, the Colombian players thing would be the biggest drawback. So overall, fantastic feedback from both the board and the supporters. Let's have one last look at the squad before we leave the save. So then, one final look at the squad before we leave the save. Again, going to go through it in the 2 ways. We're going to look at my best 11 that I think I'm leaving behind and then see if my assistant manager agrees. I would go with Montero in goal, Barco, Escudero, Boselli and Schott. Then Martinez, Sforza and Redondo as my middle 3. Estevao, Prestiani and Mieres. If we look at Mieres, as we leave the save, let's just show you what he has managed to achieve. So every single season he has scored goals. He's been fantastic once again this season with 39 games played, 25 league goals and a total of 31 in 54 overall. In terms of Estevao, he came in, tried to have an immediate impact, played 28 games, 8 goals, 5 assists and 10 goals in 38 appearances overall. Prestiani once again had a fantastic season, just continuing his path to superstardom. 42 appearances in the league, 25 goals, 17 assists. It's phenomenal. 56 games, 34 and 20 assists overall for the season. If we look at the new boy, Thiago Martinez, he also had a brilliant season, bedding himself straight into the team. 39 league games, 7 goals, 5 assists, 49 and 9 overall. Finally, Barco, as I said, we pretty much arm up the back, forced him to stay at the club, and he will be with us when we leave. So I'm presuming that the moment I leave the club, he will leave the club. But he has been a fantastic servant to me across the entirety of the save. Then Bozelli, who we stole from River Plate, that was quite funny. He has had a brilliant season too. And another one that I think will, if we were still at the club, he would have developed as we would have gone along. In terms of the squad planner then, let's look at the assistant manager. So Montero, Abarco, Facendini, a youth player, Bozelli, Shot, Redondo, Bernardo, Sforza, Duarte, Prestiani and Estevao as a striker. So some interesting choices there. Estevao being the striker, I personally wouldn't play him there, but you know, the assistant manager sometimes picks out these little nuggets of information that you should probably be looking at. Duarte is a sound option on the left. Prestiani is definitely my right-sided player. Then Bernardo, Sforza and Redondo, no problems there. Bozelli, Facendi is an interesting one. Shot, Barco and Montero. So all in all, I think it's pretty similar. One or two that are switched around, and we could probably fit it together like a jigsaw to make it all work. So in the final season, once again, competitions, we've won the league, we have won 2 of the Super Cups, didn't win in the other competitions. If we go to the club info page just to round this off and go to the overview to show you all of the successes then. So in terms of the Copa Libertadores, we won it in 24 and 25 seasons, to add 2 of those. The Axion Energy Cup, 24 and 26. The Copa de Liga Professional we didn't play in. This one is the league, so we won it in 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. The South American Recopa, 25, 26. The Argentine International Super Cup, we managed to win 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Super Copa Argentina, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we have had some absolute fantastic seasons in charge of Boca Juniors. We have won loads of trophies. We even managed to get ourselves into the Hall of Fame in Argentina. It's been an absolutely brilliant save. Boca Juniors are a fantastic team, one with a worldwide reputation, and one that you should consider managing if you want a good challenge and a fun challenge, especially with the way that the money and the club is set up structurally. It will give you a great challenge. Right then, if you have enjoyed this series, please don't forget to hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. There will be more of these types of videos coming very soon. For the next challenge, I think we might be off to France. I think we're going to go and rebuild a team in Liga 1. Before you go, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. There are other videos such as hints, tips, tutorials, Wonder Kids, Let's Plays, something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, big thank you for watching the entire Boca Juniors series. I'll see you on another video very soon.